Key trigger that we are also focusing on is that India ushering a new era of reforms when it comes to the implementation of the labor codes as well. We've also seen some stock reactions today, like Teamlease has jumped about 10 odd percent in trade. Now, major companies have actually welcomed this move. The implementation of the new labor codes will significantly strengthen India's export ecosystem as well as by creating a more flexible, simplified, predictable regulatory environment as well. Reacting to these four labor codes, we have seen Eternal, that's the parent company of Zomato, welcoming the implementation. The company said it will help them strengthen the social security for even gig workers, including for both Zomato and Blinkit. We although have seen also Eternal saying that it does not think that the financial impact on account of these rules will be detrimental for too long term health as well. Meanwhile, Amazon has said it is assessing the impact, although they welcome these reforms, they're evaluating the changes that will have to be ushered into. So we'll try and understand that a little bit from you, Abhishek ji. Help us understand what these new labor codes will mean for India's both quick commerce industry, those that are heavily dependent on gig workers, and for the traditional companies.
See, I mean, I've not really gone through in details, but from whatever news reports I've read, there are two aspects to it. One is the focus on simplifying and consolidating a number of labor codes into a few. That is always welcome because India, businesses are plagued by over-regulation and by, too many laws. So if the more it's simplified, the easier it is from a compliance perspective, the easier it is to actually do business. So that's the first part. The second part is strengthening labor or payouts to labor. So whether it is gig workers, whether it is gratuity payments after 1 year, etc. I think that is a very welcome move. I mean, at least for the gig workers, because see, what is India's job creation challenge today? We are as a country not able to create a lot of jobs, right? And this is not only a India specific problem, this is a global problem. But in India, we are seeing this as a major challenge because we have so many people who are coming into the labor force every year. Now, a large part of the people who are coming in, especially from the socio-economically challenged households, are getting into gig work. Now, if we are able to facilitate and provide reasonable compensation for them, what ultimately happens is it's the buying power or the consumption power of people in the lower income households go up. And that, I think, over time is going to be very, very good for not only the overall economy, but also for the stock markets, right? Because we want, as a country, that a large number of people prosper. I think that I think is very, very important. So, as and when we are able to pay, more reasonably to gig workers and people in the lower strata of society, then income, it's actually beneficial in the long term for the economy.
Absolutely. But just to understand a little bit, what could be the immediate impact? What we are given to understand now, as per Morgan Stanley's report, is that they're saying platform firms may have added costs of 1.5 to 2.5 rupees per order in food delivery and in quick commerce as well. What will that do immediately to the earnings of these companies? And will this money be immediately passed on as marketplace fee, as has been the trend that we've been noticing for a lot of these companies, Zomato, Swiggy? They've already been raising every quarter, every couple of months, this fee, because now they know that, a lot of people are dependent and they wouldn't mind, initially it was just 2-3 rupees in early single digits. Now it's double digits, mid double digits, and it could go on to even 20 rupees and maybe 25 rupees and people wouldn't mind it. So do you think this added on cost will be offset by increasing the marketplace fee soon?
So I remember, we had this discussion maybe a year back, when I was saying that if you look at, say, a Zomato, right, or a Eternal or a Swiggy, the thing is that they have got, especially urban India, hooked onto their service, right? Now, my the way I am thinking is, the way I expect this to play out is that you will have now tiers. So, for example, Zomato might come out with some kind of a membership plan where they charge you, say, 200 rupees or whatever per month, and then they give you a lower rate per order and things like that, and charge people who are not on the subscription plan, something more. So some form of getting that, whatever additional cost that they have to bear from the end consumer is something that is inevitable. And it is also inevitable that the entire business of all these, quick commerce or e-commerce is going to continue to grow, because one, people are used to it, and two, they definitely do have advantages that they are sort of capitalizing on, in terms of saving on time, a larger choice, things like that. So my expectation is that you will see more creative subscription plans and costing and pricing going up slightly to compensate for this.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.